Welcome to The Lie of Power and why struggle isn't sacred and softness isn't weak. What if the reason you're tired isn't because you're doing it wrong, but because you've been living a lie? We've been told that power is a hard line, that to build and run a business, it has to hurt, that if you're not struggling, you're not serious. That effort equals worth. And softness? Forget it. It's weakness. But what if power was never meant to cost you your soul? Today, we unravel the lie and reclaim the truth. Picture this. I'm at my altar, incense is burning, coffee is half drunk, candles flickering next to my laptop, part mystic, part rebel, fully done with business as usual. This is Awaken Your Biz Goddess, a podcast for wild-hearted women who never fit the mold and aren't about to start now. I'm Audrey, intuitive biz coach, sacred space holder, and your guide on the pathless path. Come as you are, leave lit up. Let us begin. Let's talk about power, shall we? It's a word that's been co-opted, shaped into something sharp, loud. It's really externally focused, and in a way, it's mostly meaningless. I mean, we've been told that power means dominance, and I dislike that term so much, yet it is so very true. Because hustle and grind, that to lead, we must mimic what we've seen in men and in the structure all the way around. There is that dominance in power again and again, being masculine in order for the lie to succeed. And what is that lie? That discipline over intuition, logic over emotion, control over flow. But here's the truth. Feminine power has its own rhythm, its own center of gravity. It was never broken. It just wasn't welcomed in. It wasn't seen as a viable business strategy. So we pushed it down. We mimicked what we thought power should be. And there's that terrible word should. And then we called it success. We didn't lose our power. We were convinced to abandon it. We were told to leave our softness at the door, to sever the soul in service of the sale, to perform instead of embody, and to act strong instead of actually being strong. This isn't just cultural conditioning. It's an energetic imprint, one we carry in our nervous systems, our lineage, and our bones. But beneath the lie of power, there's another lie, that struggle is sacred, that burnout is noble, that suffering proves your devotion to everything, that the grind becomes a badge of honor, exhaustion becomes proof that you're actually doing something meaningful. But it's still a lie. It's a spell designed to keep you in performance and not presence. Because look, you're not lazy and you're not weak and you're not doing it wrong. You're tired because you were taught that ease equals inadequacy. That if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count. And if you're not putting in the work, well, then you're not doing it right. But here's a wild truth for you. Ease is not a lack of ambition. It's a return to alignment of the self. It's not about doing less. It's about doing what's yours. And this lie, it's expensive. Not just money, but in joy, in embodiment, in self-trust, in sovereignty, in confidence, in self-awareness, in your own authority. We have become productivity queens with empty hearts. We measure success by how many boxes we've checked off. How about that to-do list, right? How much did we push through? How exhausted are we at the end of the day? And the saddest part, it's that we brag about chasing that strategy, and that overshadows and pushes out our soul. We abandon our truth to be liked, those awful serotonin hits from notifications. We mute our emotions to be taken seriously. We trade our softness for structure and wonder why we can't breathe. But here's the truth. The feminine was never the problem. The lie was. So what if softness isn't the opposite of strength, but our own source of strength? What if stillness is a power move? What if rest is radical? What if pleasure is actually productivity? The feminine doesn't hustle. She resonates. She doesn't dominate. She dances. She doesn't conquer. She creates. So softness isn't weakness. It's a sacred strategy. It holds pain. It grows life. It carries grief. And it stays when everything else flees. You don't need to do anyone else's version. You don't need to mimic that power, because you are power in your truth, in your rhythm, in your rise. So what now? We unlearn, we untangle, we reclaim what was never truly lost, and we let go of those damnable shoulds. We stop playing by rules never written for us. We stop trying to rewrite the old playbook, and instead, we toss it in the damn fire. Let's create something new, something that feels like us, that's shaped by truth, not templates. So what does feminine power actually look like? Well, it looks like honoring your emotions and letting them move, like trusting your intuition and the wisdom of your body, like claiming your emotional intelligence, your discernment, your adaptability. It looks like deep self-knowledge and the boldness to act from it. Let's play with this. Let's figure out what works for us. Let's connect to our deepest self and see what she thinks about doing business from our own power. This is your invitation to lead from presence, not performance, to trust your softness, to follow your knowing, and to return to the pulse of your own feminine truth. Because we were never too emotional. So let the old story burn. Let the lie rot. Let the truth rise. Don't be afraid of your heart. She is your compass, your guide, the root of your power. And here is a little spellette for you. I cast out the lie of the grind. I reclaim the truth of my ease. If this landed in your bones, subscribe to Whispers from the Wild Mystery. I send goddess stories, sacred rituals, and soul-deep reminders that I don't post anywhere else and I don't talk about on the podcast, only for those who are subscribed. And if you're ready to return to your sacred rhythm, download the Goddess Growth Map. It's not a funnel, it's a compass. Because softness was never weakness and your power was never gone. You were just told to forget. Now you remember. Come back to the mystery. Lead from your power and live like the goddess you are.